Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, General Hospital Diaries. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. General Hospital reveals that the tensions in Port Charles are about to explode as Michael Corinthos finally reaches his breaking point. For weeks, he tried to handle things quietly, trying to keep peace within his family and avoid another round of chaos. But everything changes the moment Chase uncovers the truth that shatters Jacinda's alibi. And once that alibi collapses, so does everyone's patience, especially Michael's. Michael has been trying to juggle a dozen problems at once, running YLQ, protecting Willow, managing the never-ending complications involving Nina, and dealing with the Corinthos family spiral. But now, the situation with Jacinda pushes him into a corner he can no longer tolerate. What started as a suspicious situation suddenly turns into a full-blown crisis when Chase proves that Jacinda's story doesn't line up, and her supposed alibi is nothing but smoke and mirrors. The fallout is immediate. Chase, always dedicated to doing things by the book, didn't want to believe anything was off at first. He approached the situation with caution, trying to give Jacinda the benefit of the doubt. But the facts don't lie. The more he digs, the more the truth becomes impossible to ignore. Key details that Jacinda swore were accurate suddenly don't exist. The places she claimed to be? No verification. The person she said she was with? Never saw her. The timeline collapses under the weight of Chase's investigation, leaving Jacinda exposed and everyone around her stunned. And this is the moment Michael decides enough is enough. He's been trying to maintain calm for Willow's sake, trying to keep his emotions leveled and avoid another round of unnecessary battles. But once he learns Jacinda lied, and that her lies may have been meant to protect someone with dangerous intentions, he snaps. He becomes determined to take control of the situation and ensure that no one threatens his family again. Sources close to the situation say Michael's reaction is stronger than anyone expects. Instead of staying neutral, instead of attempting to patch things over the way he usually does, he steps into full protective mode. He wants answers. He wants accountability. And he wants the truth dragged out into the open, no matter who gets dragged down in the process. Chase tries to approach Michael carefully. He knows how Michael reacts when someone he cares about is put at risk. But even Chase isn't prepared for how quickly Michael turns the information into action. As soon as he hears about the broken alibi, Michael begins connecting the dots, questioning Jacinda's motives, her alliances, and who she might be covering for. He doesn't believe for a second that she lied for no reason. In Port Charles, no one lies unless they're hiding something or someone. Michael starts retracing every conversation, every detail, every moment that seemed insignificant at the time. Suddenly, everything takes on a new meaning. Jacinda's nervous behavior, her constant checking over her shoulder, the way she seemed terrified whenever specific names came up. The puzzle pieces form a picture that is far more alarming than anyone originally suspected. And Willow notices the shift in Michael immediately. She sees that intensity in him, the same look he gets when he feels his family is being threatened. She tries to calm him, reminding him that stress could reopen old wounds, but Michael reassures her he's not acting out of anger, he's acting out of determination. He refuses to let anything destabilize his home again, not after everything they've survived. Meanwhile, Jacinda realizes the walls are closing in. She has never been under this kind of pressure before, and now she senses that both Chase and Michael are circling. The more cornered she feels, the more her nerves begin to betray her. Her story changes slightly each time she's questioned, her fear growing with each inconsistency that Chase exposes. And that fear is exactly what convinces Michael he's right. Jacinda isn't just lying, she's hiding someone. When Michael finally confronts her, he doesn't yell. He doesn't explode. Instead, he speaks with a calm intensity that catches her completely off guard. He demands clarity, not excuses. He asks her point-blank who she's protecting. Jacinda tries to evade, tries to redirect the conversation, but Michael has already made up his mind. He's not leaving without the truth. What Jacinda doesn't realize is that Michael has already begun taking steps on his own. While Chase remains focused on the procedural side of things, Michael leverages his resources, his connections, and the influence he rarely uses unless absolutely necessary. He begins pulling strings, making calls, pushing for information from every angle. And that's when things get even more complicated. Because the more Michael learns, the more dangerous this situation becomes. The evidence suggests that Jacinda might be connected to someone who has been maneuvering quietly behind the scenes, someone with motives that reach far beyond a simple lie. Someone who could put the Corinthos family in real danger. And once Michael senses that threat, he doubles down. Chase grows uneasy as Michael pushes deeper. He worries Michael will step outside the boundaries of what the investigation allows. But Michael insists that waiting for protocol could cost them valuable time. He needs to act now, and he refuses to sit back while someone potentially targets the people he loves. At the same time, word begins spreading around Port Charles that Jacinda's alibi has collapsed. Rumors take shape instantly. Some believe Jacinda was manipulated. Others suspect she's involved in something bigger. And then there are those who think this could be the opening move of a new threat rising in town, someone smart enough to plant Jacinda as a diversion. Michael's determination becomes a driving force as the tension escalates. He becomes more strategic, more focused, and more relentless than anyone has seen in a long time. He works closely with Chase, but he also begins gathering his own intel. And as he uncovers more clues, he becomes convinced that Jacinda is only the beginning of a much deeper problem. Jacinda, now fully aware that Michael is coming for the truth, faces a choice: come clean or collapse. Her silence becomes more telling than anything she could possibly say. She's terrified, and Michael sees right through her fear. He knows he's pressing on a nerve tied to someone who doesn't want to be exposed. The story intensifies as Michael prepares for the next step. He plans to confront the person he believes Jacinda is protecting. He wants to force that hidden player into the light. And when Michael Corinthos sets his sights on someone, he doesn't back down until the truth is uncovered. The question now becomes, who is Jacinda protecting? Why was she willing to risk everything? And what danger is creeping toward Port Charles? As the truth draws closer, the tension rises to a boiling point. Michael is ready to strike back harder than anyone expected, and the next confrontation could change everything for the Corinthos family and for Jacinda, whose secrets may be too explosive to contain much longer. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.